Welcome back to another episode of Mindset to Market, where we bring you real stories from entrepreneurs who are making a real difference. Today, I'm sat down with someone whose passion for well-being and wellness is very contagious. The CEO and founder of Keep Me Young, Ade.
Hello.
Welcome, Ade. Not only does he has a website where he sells healthy products, he also has a coaching services as well as a running club. Thank you for being here, Ade.
Thank you for having me.
How have you been, Ade?
I've been good, thank you. Busy and just pushing on with everything, and just busy really.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Well, thank you so much for being here once again.
Thank you.
I'm just going to start from the beginning. Okay, what moment or experience sparked the idea of Keep Me Young, and how did this idea evolve into a real business?
So basically, it started from myself really. I learned early on when I was doing small online kind of pursuits. I don't really want to call them businesses, but small pursuits really. That I had to do something that I was passionate about and something that fitted in with what I'm about. And I found myself running every day and coming home, having sea moss, having lion's mane and all these things that now exist in Keep Me Young, but at that time they didn't. So I was like mixing all this stuff. I was like, I need to have something that I'm passionate about. And then I'm, having this coffee, and then the kind of eureka moment happened where I realized that, this can be the thing. And I knew for myself, I felt a lot better, I felt healthier, and I felt younger as well. So that's what really birthed the idea of Keep Me Young from there. And then it was just a mission of the idea and making it a real thing.
Okay, that's interesting. So it started up here and with you living it, and then you decided to make it into a business.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. So how did you go about sourcing out like your products, all of that stuff?
Yeah, so first of all, it was the whole premise behind Keep Me Young is wellness made simple. And one thing I realized is there's a lot of noise, especially online. A lot of people giving advice, and I would have people I know and they're trying all these different things, and I really simplified my wellness, and that was one of the things that I wanted to make sure the products are about is making it easily accessible for people and digestible. So that's why with the sea moss, it's put in sea moss gummies form, and it's 100% organic, but it's an easy way for them to consume sea moss rather than having the gel. The gel is fine, but it does go stale really quick. A lot of people say they don't like the taste. The same with the lion's mane as well. Sometimes people can have side effects from having like lion's mane capsule. So I realized doing some research that mixing it with the coffee as well. I used to get jitters from coffee, so it boosts me up, bring me down. So with the lion's mane and the rhodiola, it doesn't do that. So again, people can have a coffee but still get those benefits. And then the cacao as well, so people can have the hot chocolate or a cold chocolate drink, which everybody likes that.
Especially in winter.
Yeah, exactly. But still get those benefits. So it's the premise again behind Keep Me Young is having these wellness products, but making it almost like fun to have, so it can just be a part of people's daily routine without being a burden. So that was a big thing for me when developing the products.
Okay, that's very good. And can you take us back to the moment when your first product was launched? And how did you go about selling it? And what lessons did you learn along the way?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, first of all, when you build the thing and then you have the thing in front of you, because it's like you say, it starts off with an idea in your head, and then one thing I can say is everybody can have an idea. We can all have an idea. It's like I always say, when you go back to being a kid and you're like, if I won the lottery, I would buy this, I'll buy that. And it's that same thing with business, and you have an idea. Even somebody who's not really privy to business, they will have an idea and say, you know what would be good? It would be good to sell, chairs that have a motor on it. And some out there idea, but actually turning that into a thing requires you getting through so many hurdles. And when I had the idea and then I actually created the tangible physical product, you had it in front of me, then you have the thing of like, does people even want this? And is this just for me? So when I decided to go online and started really with on the ground promotion, because again, for me, I have all the products myself, so I realized it's easier for me to just have the discussion with people, whether that's face to face or through social media, and just be completely honest and have integrity behind it. So that's what stemmed really getting the product out there and launching the first products as well. We launched with the Focus Coffee, the Zen chocolate and the Strong chocolate and the sea moss gummies. There is more on the way as well, but that's what I decided to launch with first. And it was really just about making it accessible online, doing some back-end stuff with the website and Google search, and then word of mouth really. And again, just I think people will know I'm coming from an honest place. And then my thing is, I'm not forcing any products on people, but I'm saying this is what it does for me, and then it makes it a lot easier for me. So I'm not trying to sell something to somebody, I'm just speaking from my experience. So that's really where the whole thing with getting that first launch out. And since then we've had people doing wonders for people, great reviews coming back, and it's just great to see and great to hear some of the stories that people are experiencing, even beyond my own story now. So it really motivates me to share this to more people and help more people as well.
That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
That is beautiful. And I'm just thinking, because you said you mentioned your website. Did you have someone who made that for you, or did you have to do it yourself?
DIY. So
Wow.
yeah, so everything is everything you see at this moment with Keep Me Young, and the design, everything is being myself. And I don't really recommend that in business. I think if you're fortunate to have partners and a team, but unfortunately, if you have a vision, and unless you have people who share that same enthusiasm, it's going to be very difficult. And you need to be obsessed with the thing, and you need to really annoy everybody around you with whatever your thing is, and obsession breeds success. And that's one thing I've learned. So if people don't share that same obsession that you have, it's better not probably to get into partnership with that person, because they probably won't see it through. And so my thing was like, I know this is something from my heart that I want to create, and I also have a passion for business as well, but it's that balance of something that I really care about plus the business side of things, merging that. And I think it's one thing I said, I will build the house, and it's easier for people to come in and see the house than for me to show them the blueprint of the house. They're not going to be interested, they're just going to look at it. So once the house is built, maybe you will get some people who might share that enthusiasm come into the house, and then maybe you can share some things with them, or build a team from there once people can see what it is.
That's true. I think because not everybody are called out to start a business, that I know for certain.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's all about picking the right person who has the same zeal that you have to seeing that business come to life.
Yeah.
That's a solid point you've mentioned. And along the way, have you learned any lessons from, let's say, since the first launch of your first product? What's been like the biggest lesson that you've learned?
So I think you learn lessons every day. I believe, like you just said, it's not everybody's cut out to build a business, and even as an entrepreneur, you still have those doubts. And I've spoken to some people who have really larger successful businesses, and they still experience that kind of imposter syndrome, or that doubt.
It never leaves.
Self-doubt. Exactly, it never leaves. So I think for me, I tried to not go into business. So that's the difference. I think some people they like the sound of it, being a business owner, it's being glamorized. But the reality is it's not easy, and it's almost a harder route. The rewards can be a lot more, better than anything else, but it's the harder route to take in a sense. So for me, just taking that route into business has been something I tried to not do, and then I realized that I have the spirit of somebody who's an entrepreneur without trying to be. So that's what's got me into this. So I think the challenges come from self-belief, keeping that optimism open, and reminding yourself what your goals are, and being realistic with yourself as well. I think there's challenges every day that you face, and it's just, I think that's what creates the entrepreneurs, figuring out the solution to get past those barriers.
That's true.
And I think that's what makes for an entrepreneur. I'm a baby entrepreneur, so this is really early stages. But yeah. So, but I understand that those things that will come your way, and that's why it's important for whatever the business you go into for you to be passionate about. Because if you're not passionate about the thing, when those barriers come, you'll give up, or you'll just be unhappy.
That's true.
So if you're passionate about the thing, even when those barriers come, you'll break through those barriers eventually, because you believe in whatever the thing is that you're doing.
That is spot on, solid point. And for someone who has no idea about what Keep Me Young is about, can you explain what your services is all about, what your products is all about, what they do, and what they can expect if they should come to you for coaching?
Yeah, sure. So it's a really an umbrella of wellness. So we have the products is the starting thing. So that's at the moment we have the CMOS gummies, we have the Focus coffee. So first of all, with the CMOS gummies, for me, I run every single day. I run the minimum of 6 kilometers. I get faster, no injuries. I believe that's a big part of why I don't get injuries. CMOS has 92 of the 102 minerals that the body needs. So it has a lot in there, from electrolytes to magnesium, vitamins that we need, and so forth. So for me, having that accessible for people in the form of a gummy has been just an easy way for people to absorb that as well, and introduce people to CMOS that haven't had it before. Now there's been people who've never tried CMOS who now continue to come back for more CMOS, and they've applied it to their life, and it gives them so much benefits. If you look on our Trustpilot, you see some of the reviews and some of the stories coming back. It's helping people with their nails, their hair, helping people with menopause, so many different things, and what it's helped me with. So that the CMOS is incredible, and everything, again with the products and the benefits is what I have myself. The Lion's Mane and the Rhodiola, the Focus coffee, is for cognitive function, brain health. Same with the ginseng as well, and the cordyceps is for brain health, and the ashwagandha is anti-anxiety. So they're all natural, ancient products that have just been taken by humans for a long time. For me, I don't really take any kind of medication. I'm not against that, and I understand so many people might have medical conditions. So, but I'm just speaking from my experience. And there was a time that I did, but I would find myself still getting ill and things. I don't get ill. I haven't been ill for 5 years. So ironically, the same time I started this path to the wellness with Keep Me Young. So I just want to share that and be almost a guinea pig myself. So it has so many benefits. And then what we decided to do was launch a running club as well. So with me running every day, it made sense to do a running club, which is building a community of people and sharing my passion for running as well. And I've just launched my coaching, which is Run Your Life. So it's a mix between running coaching and mindset coaching as well.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. So that's brand new, and that's just me sharing my secrets to how I run the way I do, how I'm able to get faster and able to not get injured, and just help so many people, because being in the running community now, a lot of people do come up with questions, so I thought it's important for me to be able to actually give them a comprehensive program that they can follow, and hopefully get them to the results that they need with running as well.
That is beautiful. That's a lot of services for one man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
And so how were you able to go about finances? Because I'm pretty sure you had to find suppliers, and you had to you have to find finances for packaging,
Mm-hmm.
distributing, all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you go about that? Did you have to invest your own personal savings?
Yeah.
Did you have to take a loan? Did you have like family supporting you?
Yeah.
How did that play out for you?
So I think that's where, for entrepreneurs, that's where things like jobs can come into play. And, you know, because I think in the last, like, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 years, maybe longer, there's been this stigma of like, work for yourself and don't work for someone. I think if you're an entrepreneur, the whole mission is obviously to be self-efficient, to work for yourself. If you have a job, if you have a job and a plan, you know, then those two combined, it can help you start a business. And I think that's what I did. So I had that vision of utilizing any bit of capital you can get together to launch. And, you know, it might take longer. I didn't have the backing that a lot of people may have when they start a business. So just coming from myself and really building it up from there. And even now, there's stuff I want to do, and I might have limitations in terms of how fast I can make it happen. So it's just day to day, really. But knowing I had enough to make a start was enough. I think some people may have, in my position, may not have even made a start, because they might say, well, I'd rather use that money to do something else, or go on a holiday or something. So it's like, are you willing to prioritize the vision for maybe stuff that you might have wanted to spend that money on?
I think that's a common theme that we are picking up when speaking to entrepreneurs, because the last interview we had, she also had her last bit of savings, and she was like, I could either spend this money or I could invest in something that's gonna make me grow my business long term and make more money than what I have right now. And she chose that part of investing the money in her business, and right now she's grown. So I'm realizing that pattern within entrepreneurs. So you invest in their savings, in their business, and it actually does bring back a big return on investment.
Okay. And that return can take a while, you know, depending on the nature of your business. Some businesses are instant. For me, I've not been able to really come out the gate like firing, and you know, it's a grower. It's a slow process because of the style of marketing that I've had to begin with, again, because of these limitations. It's more on the ground, word of mouth marketing. So, you know, I understand that can take a while. So even your return on whatever finances you've put into it can take a while, but it should snowball, and then you'll see the bigger returns in the future. Exactly.
Nah, that's solid. Good point. You did mention marketing earlier, so can you share a low budgeting marketing technique that's helped you this far?
Definitely, just word of mouth. You know, I think word of mouth is it costs nothing. It's the first style of marketing, you know, and then the next style of that would maybe be printing, whether you're printing leaflets or flyers and handing them out. But then we go into the online and the ads, and it's just different level. But I think word of mouth should always be the starting point for people, unless you, like you say, you have big capital backing, which many of us don't have. So just word of mouth. And I think that, again, that goes back to why it's important to believe in the thing, because if you are selling paintbrushes and you don't know anything about painting or care about painting, how are you going to have that dialogue with somebody about why your paintbrushes are amazing, you know? And that's why it's important. So that's, for me, word of mouth is, at first with Keep Me Young, I didn't want to be seen. You know, that was one of the big things for me. I didn't want to be seen. And some people who have had conversations with me, they know that's something I've said. I just wanted nobody to see who the person
behind the brand.
And then a few conversations around me would say, you run every day, you don't get injured, you take the products yourself, you have to be speaking about it, you have to be seen. So that's what pushed me to be seen more. And even now, I'm still like, I don't want to be seen. I do have my social, the Ade Runner, page, which is just really me talking about running all the time. But people said you need to highlight that, because essentially I am the first one who have been an example of my products, and 5 years in now, so I'm here. I feel better. I'm much faster than I've ever been before, and running and healthier. So that's the only reason. It was more people around me pushing to speak about it. But going back to what you said, that's also a part of the marketing, because then it's the word of mouth marketing, and you're speaking without trying to, like I say, without trying to sell. You know, you're walking kind of billboard in that sense of,
Basically,
you know, of promoting your product. But like I say, if it comes from a genuine place and you have that integrity, then you can only win.
Like the heart is a form of marketing right there.
Yeah, and I just like I like style fashion. I come from a creative thing. I used to have a shop on a marketplace online, so you know, I come from like fashion and style. So for me, it's like I have to make a hat. So I have to make a t-shirt. And,
yes,
you know, things like that. So
gear.
yeah, exactly. So that's just what I'm into as well with that. So. And for me, I was it looks quite cool, even if it didn't say keep me young. So yeah.
What you've just said just sparked something in my head, and it's basically all the skills you learn through life. None of it is wasted.
So true. I mean, even some of the music that I've used for Keep Me Young is produced by me. So yeah, there's one song I always use called Breathe, and I feel like that's the anthem for Keep Me Young. I even did a small little visual, animated visual of the runner, and it's me, and then I'm taking the gummies. This is on YouTube as well. It's called Tribe Goldie Breathe. So I'm Tribe Goldie in art as an artist, and yeah, so you see the character go into the shop and he keep me young, and he takes the things and he runs faster than he's ever run. So that's something I put together to combine, like what you said, the background in music with the discovery of keep me young, and yeah.
That's brilliant. No skill is wasted.
No skill
is wasted. Looking back, what mindset shift did you have to make to get to where you are today, and what brought about that mindset shift?
Yeah, that's great. I think even very recently there's been several mindset shifts. Again, one of them was realizing that you do have the mind and the spirit of somebody who is an entrepreneur, but maybe the cards life dealt you are not going to be easy to become an entrepreneur. But having that mindset shift to say, okay, let's get honest with yourself and let's see what you can do about it. And I'm still on that mission, and like I say, it is very early for me, but that's the mission, and I had to have that mindset shift. And then also self-belief as well. Even people who care about you may have their own kind of doubts or insecurities as well. So you just got to have your own self-belief in your mindset as well. So for me, the main mindset switch has just been honest with myself of who I am and what is your spirit really telling you to do, and then going with that as well.
Okay. As your brand grows, how have you stayed aligned with the vision you had at the beginning?
So yeah, it's quite easy for me. I think with Keep Me Young, it's wellness made simple. So the products speak for themselves, the benefits of the products speak for themselves. Being able to share the products with people and help so many people now with their wellness, it's allowed me to really just not only stay in line, but grow the message of what the business is beyond me as well. And like I said, some people sharing their stories of how my products have helped them is just allowing me to stay aligned with that vision and the message of Keep Me Young, which again is wellness made simple, and making it accessible and cutting out all the noise that people might be overwhelmed with when it comes to wellness.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Every services that you offer is something that you're a living testament of it, that you've been living that lifestyle for years.
Yeah, thanks.
So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And just before we wrap up, is there any advice you have for our audience, for someone who wants to start a wellness program and have no idea how to go about it? What would be your advice for them?
I think just picking what the thing is in wellness that you believe in, or what's helped you. There's people who, fitness in general. For example, I've just launched my Run Your Life coaching program, and it's running a mindset because that's what I specialize in. It's also helping people get faster if they want to get faster, because again, that's what I do, that's what I specialize in. And there's so many other areas of fitness or mindset coaching that you can do. But for me, to be honest with myself, it's staying in the lane of what I do, which is the running, the mindset, the CMOS, the lion's mane, the ashwagandha, these things. So I've chose that wellness because that's what I am about. Someone else's wellness might be something different. And although we do have partnerships with like yoga and things, and we do have that under the umbrella of Keep Me Young. But like I say, for somebody else, their angle for wellness could be completely different. So it's important not to say, okay, I just want to do everything in wellness. Just find what your thing is, focus on that, and then go from there in terms of how you want to make that a business for yourself.
That's beautiful.
I do have some gummies.
Yes, please. I would like to try some.
If you want to try,
yes,
so this is the CMOS gummies. So these are quite popular since we started this. We have great reviews, and it's basically 92 of the 102 minerals the body needs. And yeah, you can try one.
And do you just have one a day, or
1 to 2 a day?
Okay.
And you can let me know what you think, and you can be honest. But yeah, it's the CMOS.
So apple.
Yeah, so it's natural apple as well, and it also has apple cider vinegar and bradawak as well. So it helps balance the whole iodine levels of CMOS, because if you have the raw CMOS over time for too long, you kind of need to take a break. Whereas with this, you don't need to take a break. So you apply it. We have a month's supply when we do it, so people can just continue with the month's supply and have it to their life. I always say, if you're doing this, then try it like definitely 6 months in. People see results instantly, but it's 6 months in, your body will really adapt to it.
And what kind of results would people expect once they've taken that?
Energy boost, anti-inflammatory, so much skin, hair. And what I would say for anybody is just go to our Trustpilot and see some of the reviews that have come in and some of the stories, because that goes beyond me. Again, I'm fortunately not going to deal with menopause, but it's helped people with that. So yes, just check out some of the stories and do your own research as well. We do have stuff on the keepmeyoung.co.uk website as well with information about CMOS. But definitely our reviews is a great one as well.
And just before we wrap up, is there anything else you want to say to our audience?
You can obviously find me online. If you Google Keep Me Young, it should be the first thing to come up. And Ade Runner on Instagram as well. Keep Me Young Official on TikTok, Instagram. And basically any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, I've just launched my Run Your Life running program, which is running and mindset. Again, I run every single day, and a part of the reason I run every single day is not because of fitness, it's because of what it does for my mind and mental health. So that's a big one as well, with the Keep Me Young thing, not just physical health but mental health as well. So yeah, I'm accessible, and it's just reach out if people want to reach out.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Ade, for sharing your wisdom and insight with us, and also letting us know that entrepreneurship and wellness does go hand in hand. For anyone who wants more information on Ade's services, you can follow Keep Me Young and on social medias, and you can find the links in the description below. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you in our next video. Bye.
Keep